Hello, everybody. I'm Makila Candy Harris, and this is Literary Candy, where we review clean, sweet literature. And today we have with us the author of An Unexpected Family, Jenna Mindel. Welcome to the show, Jenna.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Great. I'm so happy to have you. And you are an accomplished author. And how many books have you authored at this point?
My 10th book with Harlequin's Love Inspired Line comes out right now. Unexpected Family is my 10th. And then prior to that, I had 7 traditional regencies with Signet, which is part of the New American Library publisher.
Wow, that's a lot of books. Why don't you
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about yourself and how your writing journey began?
Okay, well, I've always wrote stories as a kid. Loved to write them. My sister was actually the writer in the family, and she really inspired me to try my hand at romance when she found a local romance writers group called Central New York Romance Writers. I went. After a couple meetings, I was hooked, and that's when I started to write with the goal of getting published.
Oh, wow, that's really good. I have heard of a lot of authors starting out in a group like that to help get inspired and get some feedback. It's always great.
It's wonderful.
So tell us about your book, The New Sweet Romance, An Unexpected Family.
All right. Well, should I show the cover?
Oh, absolutely. It's a great
um,
cover.
Yeah, and Harlequin does a great job with their covers. It's a sweet romance with a very soft faith message. The Love Inspired line is a Christian line. This is set in northern Michigan. The hero is a professional bass fisherman, and the heroine owns a diner that's threatened to be taken away from her. So the real theme of the book is both have dark pasts and learning to not only put their trust in God to overcome those dark pasts, but to also trust God for their future.
That's an excellent theme. Who do you think should who do you think should read the book? Who is your target audience?
Really, it's anyone who enjoys a sweet romance. My husband reads all my books, so I have some male readers,
That's
but predominantly the target audience is women.
great. And I saw on your website the good news, and that is that your book is now available in Walmart and on the shelf.
Yes, it is. And check your local Target and any other local grocery store that carries Harlequin Love Inspired line.
Wow, that is great. How did you start with Harlequin?
Um, Actually, they were printing Christian romances that were about, they're a little bit shorter book. And so my agent sent my first story, which was called Mending Fences, to Harlequin. And with some edits, they decided to take me on.
That's excellent. Now that you have started on this new book, An Unexpected Family, what do you expect for your readers to learn from reading this book?
Um, Maybe a little bit about professional bass fishing,
Wow,
but and of course the northern Michigan area. But also I think really just forgiveness. My themes and really all my book run in the lines of forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, and trusting God.
that's important as a Christian to learn how to forgive and how to get along with people and to let go of past hurt, pain, things like that. And it's great. It's admirable that you have written a book that kind of has that theme. Now, you said that that runs through your books. Why do you write Christian books? Why do you write sweet books?
Probably because I am a person of faith, so my traditional regencies were secular, um, and that was great. But I found that because it's a big part of my life. My faith in God is a big part of my life, that I really wanted to add that extra depth in my characters, and give them a spiritual life and journey as well.
Okay. So, in this particular book, a lot of times authors feel a little bit of an identification with some of their characters. Which character in your book do you identify
Um, Probably, it's funny. There's always a little bit of me in all my characters, male and female, and I guess I probably identify with Rose a little bit. But the character I most identify with that I've written is actually a book that came out 2 books ago, and her name was Ginger, and it was in the book called A Soldier's Valentine. And she's a real positive, cheerful person, which is a lot. I'm annoyingly cheerful.
with? That's the good thing, especially in this day and time when there's so much negativity. It's always
Right.
good to meet people who are happy, who are cheerful, and who have a positive outlook on life.
Yep.
And it sounds like your books are like that too, with a happy ending.
Oh, of course. They, as a romance, that's what readers are looking for, is that happily ever after.
Sure, that's what we're all after, is the happily ever after. So I don't want to spoil the book too much, but um, what is the dark past that kind of becomes a troublesome or problematic problem with these two characters?
Well, my heroine Rose actually has a failed marriage, and so she's got some trust issues when it comes to meeting the hero, whose name is Cam Zielinski. And his issue is, he, as a pro bass fisherman, he cut a lot of corners and got into some trouble and lost his sponsors.
Okay. So that's the problem that's going to be the backstory that causes them some issues. But we know
Yep,
that they will get together, and they'll get it together with the help of God, which is also important.
right.
So where else can we find this book? We know that it is in Walmart and in Target. Where else can we
Mhm.
find it?
Online, definitely through the Harlequin website. You can get any of my books, even if they're out of print. You can always get them in e-format. Also, all online channels, Amazon, Barnes and Noble, um, those type of outlets.
Okay. So, what's next for you? What book are you working on now, or what can we expect from you for the future?
My next release is called Holiday Baby, and that's coming out in November of this year. That's going to follow the Zielinski family, a big Polish family, in the Maple Springs series, and that comes out in November.
Congratulations on that. You have written a lot. How do you keep up the momentum?
It's tough sometimes. I have to be pretty disciplined, get my butt in the chair. It's always easier to fix a scene, fix words on a page than a blank page. So it's a matter of just really sitting down and doing it.
Well, I am really excited to get started on an unexpected family, and we definitely will have it as the book of the week on our website, www.literarycandy.com. Why don't you tell us about your contact information, your website, and any other social media you have?
Sure. I can be found. My website is jennamindel.com. Pretty easy. And on my website, I'm also on Facebook, and it's Jenna Mindel Author at Facebook. But there's a link right on my website to get into my Facebook page.
Well, we'll definitely put all of those links right below for
Yep.
our viewers to see. And thank you, Jenna, so much for being our guest on Literary Candy.
Candy, thank you. I appreciated it and had a good time.
Okay, we'll be seeing the next books coming from you soon. Thank you.